my vlog. Today we are talking about random facts. So I found a bunch of random facts that I want to share with you because they blew my mind and I thought that you guys might appreciate it also. If you are new to this page, please don't forget to subscribe below and click like if you like the content. We'll start with this one. Okay, a single strand of spaghetti has a name. It is a spaghetto. Like, did you know spaghetti was plural and there was a singular version? Because I did not. So, you want to be fancy? Oh, can I just have one spaghetto? Just a little taste. So yeah, if you want to be fancy, go and pull that out. Number 2, kind of a downer, but 1 in 3 divorce filings in the US have the word Facebook in it. What? I personally don't have a Facebook, but apparently go delete your Facebooks if you're married or in a relationship because it's gonna ruin your relationship. Did you know that 1 lightning bolt has enough energy to toast 100,000 slices of bread? I wanna do it. I mean, first off, we'd have to get like a really tall pole, maybe put some like hangers on top of it, like a tree, so that you have multiple different avenues or I guess prongs to be attracting the lightning. And then you have to somehow, I don't know, hook it up, like twist wires around all these toasters. And I mean, you've gotta have a toast party or like a grilled cheese party after that because you can't waste all that bread. That's a ridiculous amount of bread. But I feel like this would be really fascinating. I want like Mythbusters to try this because they have the budget. Also upsetting, did you know that apparently we spend 6 months of our lives at red lights waiting for them to turn green? I personally feel like I sit a lot more because if this is the average, okay, I drive 3 to 6 hours a day for work. And so I am encountering, I feel like, a lot more red lights than the average person. Which means if it's 6 months for the average person, super upsetting for me because I feel like I'm spending like 9 months, 10 months of my life sitting at red lights. So I don't know, I deserve some sort of award, maybe workers' comp for lost lifetime. Is that a thing? I don't know. Central Park, oh yes, okay. All right, so I went to New York in August and I found out that apparently Central Park used to have a ton of sheep in it. Yes, like the fuzzy sheep, the animal, yes. And I guess during the Depression, the government decided to pluck all of the sheep out of Central Park because they thought people were gonna eat them. First off, how sad, the poor sheep. But second off, where did they put the sheep? Apparently it was some undisclosed location. What do you do? Like Central Park is a huge park and there were tons of sheep there. Where on earth do you put all of these sheep? So like, I have a lot of questions there. I'm gonna need to look into that. If any of you guys look into it, please let me know in the comments what happened to all of these sheep because I feel like I need to know. I feel like this is gonna bother me. I might not be able to sleep at night. Okay, next is hippos have pink milk. Why is it pink? How is it pink? Like, okay, not one of the random facts, but like flamingos are actually white. They're pink because of all the shrimp that they eat and the pigment from the shrimp causes their feathers to turn pink. So are hippos eating an excessive amount of pink food? Or what is the purpose? You know what? I need to look into that one too. I need to figure that out because that's also gonna bother me. Oh, here's a good beauty tip. Okay, your fingernails grow faster when you're cold. So you want those baller nails for New Year's? All right, well, you just go ahead and don't wear a coat and just go sit outside for a while, maybe a few hours, and just freeze. Up until 1913, you could mail people. Like US Postal, you could ship people places. And people were shipping children, like you could ship minors by themselves to like relatives or friends, well, probably not friends, probably relatives, but weird. I don't know the safety. Like what about the food? Do you have to allocate extra money for food? Or if the postal service is shipping your child, do they have to take on the cost of feeding your kid? And like, do you send them with like a sleeping bag? Or do they just like sleep in the truck with all the packages? Like, how does that work? I don't know. I don't know, but that's weird. Why was that ever legal? I kind of feel like it was one of those things where it's like, and there's technically not a law that says you can't do it, so we're gonna go ahead and do it anyway. Like, and what happens? Oh my gosh, a lost package? What if you lose the child? Then what? Like, this is concerning. The average person walks the equivalent of 5 laps around the world. I don't know if I walk that much. Okay, only 2% of the world's population has green eyes. I don't think people with green eyes realize how rare they are. Like, if you have green eyes, you are only 2% of the population. That is so cool. Oh, also upsetting. 1 step uses over 200 muscles. Why does walking not burn more calories? It's 200 muscles. And you can't throw me a few extra calories? Like, okay, talking to yourself makes your brain work more effectively. This makes me feel good because I actually talk to myself a lot. Like a lot. Like the whole time I'm getting ready, I like am having fake arguments with myself. And then sometimes I find myself like actually getting angry and I'm like doing my mascara and I'm like, okay, well, if you really think that about me, then I realize I like catch myself and I'm like, whoa, we need to take a few steps back. This is not happening. There is no opponent. There is no argument. There is no tension. Like, I was having a good day and I just ruined my own day by having a fake argument with myself. Oh, okay. Apparently 1 elephant tooth can weigh up to 9 pounds. Okay, like elephants are big, but I've never looked up how big their teeth are or the inside of their mouth. But like, how big are these teeth? So this tooth is like, I mean, I don't know, but like, oh, I guess by scale to an elephant, maybe that's not that big. Okay, maybe it's like this big. Like the molar. But that's like really big. Okay, so I live in Sacramento, California, and apparently Sacramento has the 4th most aggressive holiday drivers in the United States. So apparently Gas Buddy did a study that found that drivers drive more aggressively during the holidays because I guess they're just stressed out or trying to get wherever they're going. And I guess they studied all, like, I'm assuming major cities. I can't imagine they studied every single city. But they found that Sacramento has the most aggressive holiday drivers, which I don't really know why. Like, why are we just driving around trying to like cut people off and just merge into other people's lanes without blinkers? Okay, did you know that Doritos were invented in Disneyland? Apparently the Frito-Lay rep, the brand or the company that owns Doritos, I guess went to this Mexican restaurant in Disneyland, and I guess they're having issues getting through stale chips. Like, chips weren't being consumed fast enough, and so the chips were becoming stale and they were throwing them away. So he came up with this idea, what if you re-fry the chips and put seasoning on them, and then you can use them afterwards? And it ended up being such a hit that it became Doritos. Yeah, it was in Disneyland and it was used as basically a shortcut so that they wouldn't lose money and could reuse food. Kind of gross beginnings, but I mean, Doritos are good, so I guess it was worth it. All right, this one's a crowd pleaser. Did you know that Scotland's national animal is a unicorn? Yes, a unicorn, I kid you not. So I guess they're home of like the Loch Ness Monster or something, and so they felt that it was appropriate to have another mystical creature representing them. So national animal is a unicorn. Okay, next, apparently goats have triangular pupils. How does that work? Like, just a little triangle in their eye? I don't know, I've encountered many goats in my day, but I have never tried to just look a goat in the eye, you know, and just, you know, let me see what's in there. I feel like the next goat I run into, I'm just gonna like grab their face and just try to aggressively make eye contact with them. Okay, on Venus, it rains metal. That's alarming. Can you imagine just like standing there and like metal bolts and stuff just like start falling on you? Like you think hail is painful? Can you imagine like chunks of metal? I don't know. Well, if we ever decide to, like as a society, move to a different planet, we need to not move there. So during our lifetime, if people start trying to recruit to start a new civilization, you need volunteers. If you hear that they're recruiting for Venus, get out of there because you're gonna end up in a coma and probably die. Okay, apparently 20% of the oxygen your body intakes is used by your brain. Talk about greedy. Your brain is like this big, right? Okay. The rest of your body is significantly larger. Like this is some like 1% rule taking all the goods and the other 99% having nothing. I feel like our body was basically the blueprint for perhaps society. Remember, you heard it here first if it turns out to be true. Okay, out of every 23 people, apparently there's a 50% chance that 2 people will share a birthday. I found this doubtful, but then I started thinking back to sometimes when they have like the birthday calendars, you know, and everyone puts a little post-it or whatever it is, sticker on what day is their birthday, and all of a sudden you find out that you thought you were special and it turns out you're not. Like half the class has the same birthday as you. Weird, but also why is that? Out of all the people in the world, and there's 365 days, why does everyone seem to be on a limited amount of days? Maybe chance is not quite as chancy as we thought. There seems to be higher probability of a lot of specific days over others. So, weird. Okay, this one kind of creeped me out. Apparently, you know when you look up at something bright and you see those white little dots? So I always assumed those were like dust particles or something like that. Like, oh my gosh, I have like massive like dust in my eye. Did I try to like clean my eye and stuff? Okay, brace yourself. Apparently, they are your white blood cells. You are seeing your blood cells. I don't know about you, but that just like, that did not sit well with my stomach. That just, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Like, I don't appreciate that. So that one, you know what, let's move on. I don't even want to talk about that one anymore. Okay, fish can cough. I don't know what that looks like. Do they cough water? Are they coughing up air? Like, you know when you see pictures or like of like illustrations of fish or like in movies like, and they like let go of little like, or release little air bubbles. Was that a cough? Do they release air? Water? Air? We don't know. We've got questions. We have so many questions. I feel like these facts just lead to a list of questions. I don't feel like they helped me much. Okay, last one. Kangaroos cannot walk backwards. This fact kind of upset me because I really feel like they need an explanation with that. Like, why can they not walk backwards? Can they hop backwards? Maybe their knees don't bend enough or properly. Maybe their hips are not as flexible. I don't know. But if you know, please comment below. If you know the answer to any of my questions, please comment below because I feel like I have a lot of questions and I'm probably gonna forget to Google more than half of them, but I really need to know. All right guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe below and like the video. I hope you've learned something new from all these random facts. I know I did. I did not know any of these facts before. So I feel like a smarter person and I can bring up some cool new things in conversation and sound really intelligent. So you should probably do that too. It'll make you seem really cool. Okay, well that is it. I will see you next week. Bye guys.
Epiphany rising.